What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now, I bet you're wondering, why is Chichi in the God of Destruction gear on the screen? Well, I kind of have a new idea for what if. So, my stories come from inspiration from other YouTubers, such as Moscow X, Mugstick, Carthage Dojo, Damon What If, all those really talented guys. But then, there are the background what ifs that really don't make any sense and are just insane. Crazy thing is, I get requested to do those crazy what ifs. So I'm not gonna take these as seriously, but I am gonna have fun with it, I guess. Today I present to you the wacky what ifs. Unless these what ifs are really good in your guys' eyes, then I'm not really gonna go too crazy with these. I'm just gonna give like a little short story to how I think it would go. And yeah, let's without further ado, let's begin. The whole betrayed what ifs have really began to become popular after Smugstick had made his own version of it, with it being about Goku, and this would go to other what if-ers, with Moscow X and Carthage Dojo making their own as well. I would make my own, but I believe Smugstick hit it out of the damn ballpark, or just did amazing on it. Instead of doing that, let's lightly discuss the idea of a betrayed Vegeta. In this story, it would take place after Namek, and after Vegeta begins to live on Earth. Kami would sense that Vegeta is on the planet, and would decide that it would be foolish to allow the Saiyan to live on the planet, the one he had attempted to destroy before. One day, Kami calls forth Vegeta, promising him that he has a way for Vegeta to become a Super Saiyan, with Vegeta being suspicious, but Kami would promise that all Vegeta needs is time. Kami would introduce the idea of the hyperbolic time chamber to Vegeta, and would form his words so that he could ensure that Vegeta would go inside. Once entering, I don't believe Kami would be as reluctant with food, so Vegeta would be thrown in without food or water, nothing to replenish his strength, and with this idea, I believe that Vegeta would die of hunger. But let's say that Kami was reluctant with Vegeta, and gave him food out of mercy. Vegeta would soon enough go crazy after figuring out that he's been trapped, and would vow to get stronger and soon enough rip his way out of the chamber. With Vegeta's mind slipping away, I feel like he would become a Super Saiyan much earlier, and once he'd obtained this power, this would make him even more crazy, as he would obsess over the thought of himself becoming a Super Saiyan. Let's say that it takes Vegeta a year to become a Super Saiyan. Would Vegeta be able to exit? Well, I don't think so. It took the might of a Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks to exit, and it would take Vegeta way too long to get that power, and even if he did by that time, his mind would just be gone. Now, we're gonna take another spin to say that Vegeta is able to escape at the first sight of Super Saiyan. Let's say that. A few days would pass after Vegeta is locked away by Kami, and one day, a large energy portal would appear, and Vegeta would emerge from it in a nasty condition. Now, let's remember scenes in canon where Vegeta literally went insane. I'm gonna go off the idea of Majin Vegeta. Now, imagine that Majin Vegeta had lost his mind and had no restraints, being Bulma or Trunks. That's how our betrayed Vegeta would be like. The first thing Vegeta does is kill Kami, which puts everyone on alert, as the Dragon Balls would lose their power. All of the fighters would get together to fend off Vegeta, and Vegeta would tell them that he's a Super Saiyan now, and that no one can stop him. Vegeta would kill off the rest of the fighters with his Super Saiyan, and would go to Capsule Corp and demand Bulma to give him a spaceship. He's going into space to find Kakarot. Bulma would have to comply, because if she didn't, Vegeta would threaten to destroy the planet. Vegeta would begin his search, and over his search, he'd devastate many planets, as if they didn't cooperate in helping him find Kakarot, they'd die. Yeah. Most planets wouldn't even know what Vegeta is talking about, so there would be a widespread genocide across the galaxy. Vegeta would continue the search until he'd get reports about King Cold facing off against the Super Saiyan on Earth. Once Goku would arrive back on Earth, he'd find that his friends had been killed and that King Cold would have arrived. Goku would swiftly defeat King Cold and transmission to New Namek and bring his friends back to life. And he'd bring Dende to Earth way sooner than before. With Dende being the new Guardian, they'd soon enough be able to bring everyone back who was killed by Vegeta, and they would have trained in Otherworld under King Kai. Saying that they would have gotten Kaioken would be outrageous, but let's just say that they do. Goku would then train with the fighters to make them stronger, but soon enough, Vegeta would arrive back on Earth with rage. Vegeta would be much stronger after decimating many planets, and he'd face off against the fighters, with his attacks being more savage and vicious. With Vegeta facing a large group, and the group going against the savage Vegeta, the odds seem pretty even, but who would come out on top? There's two ways this can go. The Z fighters win and Vegeta is killed, which means no Trunks, or Vegeta wins and kills the remaining fighters. With the good ending, Trunks wouldn't be born, so when the androids would come up, there wouldn't be a future Trunks coming to warn the Z fighters. It would be future Gohan. If we go with the bad ending, Vegeta would win and would take over Earth as king and begin to create his own empire which would cross the universe. Whichever floats your boat, that's your decision. Good or bad ending, they're there for you. This next what if is going to be, what if Chichi was made the God Destruction of Universe 7? Yes, I know, it sounds insane, but somebody's been nagging on me to do it, so here it is. Now, I had gotten this what if in the comment section of one of my videos, which inspired this Whacky What If series. I have no idea where to even start for this one, but I'm just gonna wing it. When Beerus awakens and Goku becomes the Super Saiyan God, Chichi gets annoyed after Goku leaves with Whis, and this time, she decides that she's had enough. She would decide that if Goku isn't going to stay at home, she's going to have to make him. Chichi would then begin to train once again, with her starting to train with Goten, Gohan, and Piccolo, with her making rapid gains. Once Frieza would return, she would be one of the fighters present, and since she's been training with Gohan, Gohan would be in shape, and Chichi, Goten, and Gohan are able to defeat Frieza before he becomes golden. And by the time they defeat him, Beerus and Whis arrive on the planet, and Whis says that he's impressed with Chichi becoming a leader for Earth, and Chichi would use this opportunity to request training from Whis. Whis would be surprised, and since Chichi would promise to be a full-time cook for them, Whis would accept. Chichi wouldn't totally forget about Goten, and she would have him move in with Gohan, and Gohan would make sure that his brother was taken care of. Chichi would begin to train with Whis, but whenever Goku would ask her to join with himself and Vegeta, she would decide that she wants to train independently, and not with Goku. Beerus would take this opportunity and would decide that if those two Saiyans won't consider the job of God Destruction, then maybe Chichi can. After Beerus would talk to Chichi about this, Chichi would like the idea of destruction, as if she gets strong enough, maybe she can become the God of Destruction and finally have Goku where she wants. Chichi would begin to train with Beerus, and her destruction training would go by smoothly, but she would note that Beerus isn't exactly the best teacher. While she would be training with Beerus, Champa from Universe 6 would arrive, and would arrange the Tournament of Destroyers. The lineup this time wouldn't be too bad. It would be Goku, Vegeta, Chichi, Piccolo, and Goten. Goku was thinking about Gohan and Boo, but Chichi would butt in, saying that Boo isn't exactly the brightest being, and that Gohan's job is more important than the tournament. Goten would take up Gohan's place for the tournament, as he would have been training with his brother, and Goten's training would result with him becoming a Super Saiyan 2. The tournament would go as normal, until Goku would be poisoned. Chichi still loves Goku, so her concern for her husband would still be there, and her anger would cause her to demolish Frost. Chichi would show mercy though, and would tell the Frost Demon to watch his back, as if he thinks of pulling a stunt like that again, she'll be more than happy to erase him. The tournament would proceed with Vegeta being defeated by Hit, and Goten would face off against Hit, and Hit would be careful when eliminating the young boy. Goten would be persistent, and this would make Chichi and Goku proud. Chichi would be up next, and she'd show off her training, and soon enough, enter a new stage of power. She would awaken her destroyer form, which would resemble the one that Toppa uses in the anime. Chichi would easily be able to break their Hit's time skip, and soon enough, she would defeat him. Goku would be bummed out from this, and would tell Hit that they should face off against each other in the future, with Hit just ignoring this. After the tournament, they would wish for Champa's Earth to be brought back, and Goku would get down to some scheming. Goku would head back to Earth with Chichi, and they would finally be able to relax, just like Chichi wanted, but then one day, Goku would be targeted by Hit. This would outrage Chichi, as Hit was very close to killing Goku, so she would use her power to destroy Hit. This wasn't Goku's plan, and Goku would try to explain, but this would infuriate Chichi, but what would make her even more outraged was that Champa and Beerus had allowed this. The Goku Black arc would still happen as normal, but during this time, Chichi would continue her training, and afterwards would hear about Zamasu, and she would take this to mind. Time would continue, and the Tournament of Power would come up. With this, Chichi would have enough. The tournament happens as normal, with Goku getting Ultra Instinct, and Chichi would assist Goku in the end by helping to eliminate Jiren. Universe 7 would win the tournament and head back, but this would finally be the last straw for Chichi, and she would decide to kill Shin, which results in Beerus being killed as well. With the role of Destroyer empty and Chichi having Destroyer training, Chichi would become the new goddess of destruction of Universe 7. I don't even know how to explain this one. This one is what if Goku had the potential of Vegito? I'm gonna go off script right now, just saying that this one is one of the literal dumbest what ifs I've ever seen. Now, with this one, I've only seen thumbnails and titles of it. Mainly because I didn't want to put myself through that, because the thumbnail was just literally fucking insane. But anyways, man, this is just one of the weird ones. So, there's a lot that could be done with this one, but let's just get into what I was talking about for this one. Or what I was writing about for this one. You know what I mean. Like I said before, this is one of the most dumbest what ifs I've ever seen. It's just dumb of me just to be stuttering in the fields of what ifs, but I do want to go over it and how dumb it is. So, Goku was born with the potential of Vegito. Vegito, the rivalry fusion that was born through both Goku and Vegeta, after the two have been through so much. From training with King Kai to fighting an evil version of Goku, which would be Goku Black, and the two have been through a lot in the story that brings them up to become Vegito. For the sake of this ridiculous story, this will be Z Vegito's potential, not Super's. I really hope I don't have to explain why. With this high potential, Goku would be in the high elite capsules, like Broly was from the Broly movie, and King Vegeta would be pissed, seeing that this low-class child's power has been able to easily surpass his own sons. Bardock would see that King Vegeta is pissed because of Kakarot's potential, and he would decide to send Kakarot off planet before King Vegeta could do anything. With Goku having a larger power level, I really don't see him getting far without Frieza catching sight of the boy, and if anything, he'd raise Kakarot himself after seeing so much potential from the Saiyan, and it would kind of come as a scenario where Frieza raises Goku. It would end with Frieza manipulating Kakarot over time, and soon enough, Kakarot would kill the remaining Saiyans, And because of Kakarot's Saiyan nature, he would also kill Frieza, seeing the old Emperor as pathetic, and he would create the Frieza Force into the Kakarot Force, or whatever you wanna call it. That's how I see it going realistically. But let's go with the idea that Goku sent to Earth. This would be crazy because baby Goku would be way past Gohan's strength, and if Goku were to throw a fit, he'd possibly kill Gohan with the smallest thing like throwing toys through Grandpa Gohan's brain. Gruesome, I know. Now, we're going to add more reluctance to this story, with Goku actually being raised by Grandpa Gohan, with, sadly, Goku becoming a great ape and killing Gohan, just as normal. Goku would begin to live on his own, and Dragon Ball would go normally until King Piccolo would emerge, and once Krillin would be killed, this would be the time when Goku really lets go, and he transforms into a Super Saiyan. Goku would be outraged, and Roshi would be surprised to see this form, but he would understand, as Goku was always showing off amazing potential, but it was always locked behind his pure heart. Goku would then chase down Tambourine, and once he would find the slug, Tambourine would be trembling in fear as Goku blows Tambourine to bits. The others would soon enough group back with Goku, and Roshi would discuss a plan. Roshi would plan to teach Goku the Mafuba wave, hoping that since Goku was able to utilize forms of legends, then maybe the technique wouldn't kill the boy. Goku would accept, and he would begin to train under Roshi to learn this, and since Goku has amazing potential, he'd be able to learn the technique very easily and quickly. Once Roshi would feel confident, the two would make their way to King Piccolo, and this would be around the time when Roshi faces off against King Piccolo in canon. King Piccolo would say that he's impressed that this little boy was able to defeat his minion, with Goku getting angered, saying that he's going to pay. Goku would then power back up into Super Saiyan, and King Piccolo would be stunned, and Goku would begin to pummel King Piccolo until Piccolo would have no energy left. Once Goku would notice this, he'd go full power, with Piccolo looking on shocked, as Goku would show sparks, and with this, Piccolo accepts his defeat and spits out an egg before he is sealed away. Roshi would be proud of his student, and with this threat being dealt with, they plan to hide away the Demon King, but before they leave, two figures arrive, Korin and Kami. Kami would tell Goku that he's the guardian over the planet, and that he can watch over the Demon King, with the two allowing this, and Kami would offer training as the boy shows off amazing potential, with Goku agreeing. Goku would then thank Roshi for all he's done for him, and the two part ways. Kami would create a new Shenron, and with this, Goku is able to wish Krillin back to life, and things would continue as normal, except now, Goku would be training to control his Super Saiyan form, and to find out more about it. Piccolo Jr. would still be out there, so when it comes to time of the World Martial Arts Tournament, Goku has something to motivate him. The tournament goes as normal, except when Piccolo faces Goku, Goku is able to defeat Piccolo way easier, but Goku would keep Piccolo around, as he senses good in the slug, and that he's very strong. With this, Goku marries Chichi, and the two go off to create their own lives. No one would truly understand Goku's golden form, and Chichi would think it makes Goku a little more cuter. Time would pass for everyone, with Goku and Chichi soon enough having a son, Gohan. Peace could never be better, until someone with answers arrives on Earth. The Saiyan Raditz, Goku's brother, would arrive. Wow, that was a lot to unpack. And if you're still here after watching all of that, thank you so much. I hope I didn't totally crash your brain. And if you want more of this type of stuff, then hit a like, hit a sub, hit a comment, and comment me more of these ideas, or don't. Either save your own sanity or mine. It's up to you, really. I really liked where this whole thing went. I didn't take it as seriously, but I still did have fun with it. If you guys do put a comment that you want one of these stories to become a legitimate one, then I'll work towards that. I don't know how I'll work towards it, but I'll get to it. Other than that, if you guys have any more crazy suggestions or wacky what if ideas, put them in the comment sections below. I won't take them as seriously, but I still will do them, if there's enough hype to it. Or if my brain allows me to not go insane. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, peace.